welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am the Afro Girl, and today I will be having a conversation. I'll be having a discussion about COMS 618 Digital Communication course, which is taken by master students of the Communication Studies Department in the University of Ghana. Yes, we're going to be delving deep into what exactly digital communication, that course, is all about. And I am privileged, yes, to have someone in the studio with me. Hi. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How about you?
I am great. Can you introduce yourself to our viewers?
Oh, sure. My name is Diana Edinam Kumbe. I'm a master's student of the University of Ghana. I'm studying communication studies. And yes, I'm the one about to speak to you about the digital communication course within communication studies. Yes.
So how has the course been so far?
Girl, it has been stressful. I don't know how else to describe this course. It's stressful, but it's the good kind of stress. There's so much to learn, there's so much to read, there's so many assignments, the group studies, the individual assignments, the 10 papers, 10 pages, 13 to 15 pages, reading responses. God, the entire course is stressful, but again, it's the good kind of stress. This is the type of course that even before you are done, you know that your life has changed because the way you're thinking is different, the way you're speaking is different, the way you're analyzing situations, very different. And so it's the good kind of stress, and it's really amazing, honestly.
That's really cool. So I see that you brought a book here. I can see you're about to take us to school. You're coming to lecture us.
Yeah, Charlie, I brought my book. I brought my book because I don't want to miss any detail. I'm here to spill all the information, all the details you need to know. And so, yes, my trusty little book is here for me.
No problem. I'm ready to go to school. But let's zone in on the topic for today. What is the entire digital communication course like? What does sitting in a classroom studying this course look like? And what are some of the topics that you've discussed so far?
Okay, so the course is being taught by Dr. Aurelia Aisi, but we do have some guest lecturers. We've had classes online and in person, so you have a feel of both. I mean, it's digital communication. These guest lecturers, they are in industry, so they know exactly what they are talking about. So when they come and they are lecturing you, it's not just theories and book knowledge. It's a blend. So they have the theories that they are using to support what they are teaching you, basically, and support what's the practical aspect of what they're doing. So take, for example, we had a class on strategy, building digital strategy by Jade. Shout outs to Jade. And it was very insightful because, again, it's not book knowledge. It's not the textbooks that are saying, oh, you have to do this, you have to find your objectives, you have to know your target audience. It's not from book. And she is someone who is actually an academic. She's very into school and she's very into practicals. Like, that is her job. She's a strategist. And so when she's speaking, you know that she's coming from a very, very informed point of view, and that was very important to us, and I think that was very important to Dr. Aurelia as well, because she wants us to have a feel of both. She's teaching you the theory and the book knowledge, but she also wants you to know that it doesn't just end there. It's not just school that you're going to learn book knowledge and end it there, but it also includes the practical aspects as well. So throughout the course, we actually did explore different topics. We had conversations on social media and networked cultures. As I said earlier, Jade came in to teach us how to create a digital strategy. We went through digital communication tools and tactics. We explored some platform features for digital communication. We did crisis communication, and that one, I mean, I'm going to talk about it. I think I'll have to expand on that quite like in the conversation that we are having. But yes, and oh, I cannot forget this one, algorithm. So Dr. Aurelius, I feel like that's her favorite word for us because we had to do an exercise, and for some reason everybody had algorithm inside their works that the Instagram algorithm doesn't favor you, Twitter algorithm doesn't, that vibe. And so she had to correct us immediately. And so it's also something that we had to study. So it's quite an extensive course. And yes, I think if you are doing the course, you get your money's worth, basically.
Well, that is very packed. What would you say are some of your highlights from the class?
Well, in one of our classes, we learned it was online, yes, and it was by Mr. Frederick Taki Yaboy, and we learned about the importance of leveraging platform-specific features for digital communication. And it was very important to me because I needed all of that information to be able to do one of our assignments that we had to do anyway. So we learned about different platforms, their features, what they allow you to do. I also learned that some platforms have multimedia sharing, where you can share stories, reels, static images, highlights, all of that. And then some also have content creation features like the story features. So you think about Instagram stories, Facebook stories, all of that. You have post scheduling with tools like Hootsuite, where you don't have to manually now, like wherever you are, you have to stop and then go and post a picture. No, you can just schedule your post and to go up the time you want it to go up. So it was a very eye-opening class for me. And it was particularly useful to me when I was putting together my digital project. We were supposed to choose any topic that we wanted to do and then justify the platform that we were going to put this project on. So in your justification, you're supposed to look at some of the features of the app, why you think those features will help you reach your target audience. You're supposed to even define your target audience. All of that was very important for Dr. Aurelia and for our assignments as well. What I decided to focus on was fashion, because look at me, it's very on brand for me. I provided fashion inspiration for young fashion enthusiasts in Ghana, primarily females, even though it also includes fashion forward males. And my age range was between 18 to 35 years. And I chose Instagram as the ideal platform for me. I already know a few things about Instagram, but in doing this project, I had to go to Instagram's website to go and find out more about the features that they have, and then weigh the pros and cons. Is this an essential feature for my fashion project? If not, no, we are not adding you. If yes, we add you. And then, so whilst I was doing that, I was also on the project. Like I was actually actively editing videos, editing pictures and posting. I had some videos that I already had, but I had to, redo them, revamp them, add a bit of sound and all of that. Do voiceovers and all of that just to communicate something, because at the end of the day, when you come to my page, I need you to go back with a fashion tip, basically. So it's either in the caption, or it's in the voiceover, all of that. So again, using Instagram stories, using highlights, polls, all of that, I had to engage my audiences, yes. And so it was a very, very, very interesting project for me. I loved my presentation. It was, I think it was a 10/10, because we had to build a PowerPoint presentation out of what we had done. So, I put together pictures, I created, you guys, it was a beautiful PowerPoint. I had to put together pictures, I had to communicate exactly what the assignments asked from us. The only down part for me was that unfortunately, because of the time, because Dr. Aurelia had given us just 10 minutes to be able to bring the project to life, like come and present on your project and explain why you chose your platform, all of that. It had to be done in 10 minutes. And I needed to be exhaustive. So what I did was to add screenshots in the presentation so that so that you can follow the conversation. It just really hurts me that unfortunately, because of time, I couldn't show the videos that I had edited, the pictures, all of that. I couldn't show the Instagram page to my class because I was very proud of it. It's something that I'm very proud of, and I will keep populating because, yeah, I just fell in love with it because again, it's me. It's a personal thing. It's something that resonates with me. So it's not even hard to decide to continue. So yes, that's the only unfortunate part. But I think the PowerPoint, it was very good.
Oh, it's really sad. It's really sad that you couldn't show your PowerPoint to the class. But I do side with you on the fact that you're saying something about being able to put together PowerPoint presentations. And you see that often in a lot of fields now. You need to be able to put together a vibrant, aesthetically pleasing PowerPoint that communicates whatever it is that you want to highlight.
Oh, thank you. So I did internship in an agency here in Ghana, the PR department, and what I learned was that you have to create plans, right? For almost everything, you have to do plans. And within the plans, like the way to communicate your plan is not in Word, but it's in PowerPoint. So you had to figure out how to create PowerPoint. And it didn't have to be boring. It had to be, and you don't use the inbuilt PowerPoint stuff like in the app. No. You have to create. You have to be creative. You have to look at the color scheme, look at all of those things, and then put together something that is catchy, is aesthetically pleasing, and also something that communicates what you want to communicate, because that's the whole point. So I think I used that knowledge here, and I'm really proud of this PowerPoint. I was really, really proud of it. Sometimes I go back and just look at it just because.
That's great. So what other topic or discussion in class had an impact on you?
Okay, so another highlight for me was we had to do a crisis communication plan. And this is very interesting because Dr. Aurelia had not taught us anything about crisis communication. So when the assignment even came, we were all thinking, are we sure that she didn't confuse she didn't confuse PR class for this one? Because we didn't understand, but eventually we did. Eventually I did. I understood where she was coming from, because at the end of the day, even if a crisis happens in a company, PR, whatever it is, whatever you are doing has to be translated also on digital, because we are in the digital world. So the assignment prompt was that we were employed in the PR department of Mom's Touch, which was a multi-million-dollar company, and we had an issue. The issue was that somebody found maggots in their salad and they put it on Instagram and Facebook, and now Maggot Monday was trending, and so it's a crisis. We needed to nip it in the bud, and so we're supposed to create a digital strategy to communicate how we were going to handle the crisis. So I was paired, so it was a group project, and not like the first one. And as I said, we were not taught anything about crisis, right? So I was paired with Abigail, so it was a group work. And it was very interesting working with her because personally, I like to do my work early. And so I was always on her neck, and let's do this meeting, let's talk, let's break it down, let's try and understand. And so she jumped on board and she was working with me on that, even though like she was a bit laid back and I was the one who was always anxious. But yes, apart from that, we had to do a lot of research. A lot of research had to go into this because, wow, we didn't know anything about this, about crisis communication. We didn't know anything. And so we had to do a lot of research. We had to look back at the digital strategy plan that we had learned, how to create a digital strategy, and then, compare and contrast, pick some things, add some things, it was work. It was work, but we made it happen. We really tried, and we put together something that in the moment we were proud of. I'm saying in the moment because I think that after we did our presentations and she gave us feedback, the week after, we had like a whole class on crisis communication, and that's where we got to know what we did wrong. And so then now I'm like, we really could have done better, but it is what it is, and I've learned from my mistakes. So yeah, I also spoke to Abigail about her experience working with me, because this was the very first time, the entire year that we've been in this department, this is the first time we've been put in a group together, and it was an eye-opening experience, to be honest. So yeah, I have a video of her response, if we can play it.
Oh yes, we can. We have the video, so yeah, let's check it out.
We're just thinking and reflecting about working together for this project. So yes, how has it been working with me?
Okay, so Dinah, she's the type that gets you to work. I remember this work was supposed to start, I've forgotten the date, and she started reminding me the day they gave us the work. Why? But I mean, it had its own positives. She's that kind of person that will stay you to work, and we were able to work on it early. And I mean, it was a nice experience.
This was the
I don't
first
want
time.
to say,
No, but this was
actually
the first time
we've
we've been put in any group since
since
first
first
time.
I don't know why.
Yeah. So it was a good experience, because personally, again, we've not worked together, so it was nice to know how someone else works. And because everybody's different, I like to do things ahead of time. She, on the other hand, is a lagger.
I like to do Dana she's just a little ahead of me. But you have to kind of encourage me. I'll do it. I don't like last minute things. I'll do it.
You don't like
But I'll not start early. I'll not start early. So I think she stirred me up. I like the way she did the analysis.
It was just a
a lovely experience.
Yes, it was just a good experience. And if not because of digital communication, this particular course, I don't know. Because the course has ended.
Yes.
And so if not because of this opportunity that digital communication has offered, we wouldn't have worked together.
I wouldn't have tapped into this wisdom and this experience.
So something was done right. And yes, it's all thanks to digital communication.
Thank you.
Well, clearly you both had a lot to learn from each other. Oh yes, we definitely learned a lot from the process, learned a lot from each other. One thing that kept ringing in my mind was teamwork makes the dream work. And you always need to find a balance. You always need to find both of you, or the people who are supposed to work together, you need to come together and then put your differences aside and make the thing work. And I know this because it's in my years of working, I have experienced this, because of course, people are different. People have different temperaments, people have different ways of doing things, people have different ways of working. And so sometimes it can cause some sort of friction. But the way to go around it is to just put your differences aside and meet each other at a point, and then just make sure that the work is done, because that's the most important thing. Make sure that the work is done. And I think that was also another lesson for me. So it's not just the digital communication, it's not just about the class, it's also about the things that we do within the class space, which probably isn't even academic. Yes, so yeah, that was a really, really important point for me. Phew. Clearly, again, a lot of learning takes place in your class, but of course, we don't have the time to delve into each and every topic that you discussed in class. But I just want to know the general overview, your general thoughts about this particular course, digital communication. Okay, so generally, I think that this course has really impacted the way I view digital communication, regardless of the sector we are talking about, whether it's journalism, whether it's health communication, whether it's advertising, PR. It has really influenced my perspective on digital communication. The thing is, anything you learn in digital communication it can be applied across board. It doesn't matter whether you are doing, again, it doesn't matter whether you're doing PR or advertising or whatever it is. Whatever you learn within the course can be applied generally. So very, very important. You will definitely get your money's worth when you do this course. And again, we are in a digital period. It's the digital era. It's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. So it's better that you get on board, and then doing courses like this opens your eyes to a whole new world and helps you understand a lot of things. So yeah, I don't regret it at all. Very eye-opening growth. You know what? This is just so amazing. Now, guys, there you have it. All the details with regard to COM 618 Digital Communication course that is studied by communication students, master students in the University of Ghana. And thank you so much, Diana, for sharing your thoughts with us. But guys, this is very obvious that in today's media space, in today's world where the media has taken over, digital media has taken over, it's important to add a little bit of knowledge, school knowledge to what you know when it comes to social media, when it comes to just digital communication in general. Obviously, with this course, you tend to also get first-hand experience. You get to listen to industry people who know exactly what they're talking about. It's not just about accumulating knowledge from books. It's not just about theories. It's also about the practicals. And obviously your lecturer, Dr. Aurelia, is doing the Lord's work. But again, guys, that is all we have time for today. I know. It was a very interesting conversation, very insightful, but I'll see you same time another time.